What is going on, y'all? Man, it's been a minute, and it's been like what, 2 days, 3 days. I posted a video. I just want to talk about in general in life where I have been after high school. Um, After high school, I have been really kind of just been doing my own thing, hustling, trying to make the money where I've been. Trying to take care of things, family. Um, just in general, just kind of just been really doing me, like you know that's just one thing. Another is my worth knowing my worth. Like, I'm talking about like being in a relationship, what I've been doing, like not getting no female pregnant after high school. You know what I'm saying? Never done that in my life. I mean, I may fucked around, you know how things are, but otherwise I have never done all that. But speaking of that, let's get on to this segment here. We're gonna talk about where I've been, what's been going on, and stuff like that. Um, in reality, what's been really going on is that nothing really besides working. Uh, Work, 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 work. Right after I got out of high school, graduated within a relationship. Also, just been really working. Really, I was working a warehouse. I was actually doing retail first, and then bounced into warehousing. Quit my first warehouse job because of hostile, the hostility in the warehouse. Then bounced over to another warehouse. It was seasonal, um, seasonal time. Pretty cool. I loved it. Um, but I was there for like what, 4 6 months. I thought I was already hired on after my what did they do, like a three month period, 4 month period, whatever, for seasonal. I love that job. Coming home early, stuff like that. Uh, Otherwise, nothing really beats this job right here. Then I went to what I was doing. Then I was unemployed for a little while, and then I have found what did I do? I found another warehouse job. Then from there, they let me go too because it was a seasonal position also. And then I did like these phone sales. I was selling phones, like a little side gig inside of Walmart. And then I that was a little cool. Then I found another job while I was working there, and that's a lot better than what I was selling phones, because the lady was like, "Oh, we're gonna schedule you accordingly by selling phones." I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta get up and get out of here." You feel me? Um, but yeah, this has been life lately. I've been trying to hustle and find ways to figure out what I can do with life. Well, not in life in general, but what and how to make money, make my parents proud, and make family proud, and knowing what I could do. If I could get on YouTube and like I'm doing right now, and keep posting consistently, doing what I gotta do, show, I wouldn't say showing up, but show what I'm worth to certain people, maybe up there, the lower, the mid, the casual. Um, Only reason I'm saying it like that is because there's certain stages in life. You could come out to the top. You could be the middleman, or there's the low, where you kind of struggling. I wouldn't say I'm the struggle or in the middle, but or sorry, not in the middle, high up there. But I would say we're in the middle tier. Where we could at least get through with life and do what we are doing right now is working. I mean, a lot of people will say a 9 to 5. It ain't even really a 9 to 5 job if you're working, you know, 4 10s in a week and then having 3 days off, or working 8 hours out of the week and then having the weekends off. You know what I'm saying? Or some people be working 12 hours out of the week, 16, 18 hours. Like, I shout out to the military, not the military, well, yeah, the military, the police, paramedics, firefighters. They're working damn near 24 hours out of the week. They work more hours than anybody in general. Like, you could live in a small town, all the police department will pull up to your house if something happens, you know? Pretty much. That's how it is in life. But I just want to talk about one thing. One thing is really about who you have, who you're around, who you surround by, and what are you doing. And the three things I could really go by is find out where you at, what you're doing in life, and what's the struggle. And the fourth one is where your life depends on. It could like a only reason I say that is because it could be like some people could get out of school or during like growing up, they could do bad things, they could do good things, they could do excellent things. And I would say I'm between excellent and doing good things. Never done bad things in my life, but that's a lie. A lot of people say they don't do bad things. Bad things are like getting into fights in school, getting suspended, um, getting kicked off the teams, full sports teams, basketball teams, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, volleyball, hockey, whatever your school does, Um, you know why? Only reason this channel I grew it up having a gaming channel. But from there, I had to switch roles because I was never getting no views in my gaming channel. So only reason I did that is because I needed to switch up my role, see what I could get into, see what I could film, what I could do, and who I could really impress. It's not like I'm gonna start making money right off the bat. It's gonna take a while for YouTube to recognize me, to start getting paid off of the views I'm getting, and it could be anything. I could play music like before. I know you were able to play music in the background on with YouTube, but without the lyrics. Like, you could play the beat part, and that was helping out a lot with a lot of YouTubers that were small. But otherwise, like, they ain't nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a struggle. Um, that's why I noticed a lot of people go to Twitch, but a lot of people that stream on Twitch are mostly like streamers that be streaming for a long time. And it's like a crazy coincidence that I noticed that there'd be some people that I have played with on the game as a younger version of me, of them becoming a Twitch streamer. They moved on to another console, like Xbox, from PlayStation to Xbox, or they went straight to PC just to play different games, just to explore. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't matter if you're gaming in life, if you're working a lively job that is still paying your bills, shit, beat it. If one day you become a manager, do it. Managing is a hard thing. Me knowing someone that manages store or be an assistant manager, like, it's a job. It's a job, Um, it's like, how can I explain it? It's like my incident I had, like, when I was working at Big Five for like a half a year, damn near two. Um, it was like a year and a half I worked there, and there was a manager. She transferred from another store. She was cool with all of us. Like, we would talk about sports. We would talk about like movies, shows, whatever. As long as we get throughout our day, that's all that matters. Um, there's one thing I could really say to everybody and the people out there is never give up on your goals. Only reason I say that is because I've seen a lot of people just give up easily. And one thing I have give props to is the people like on my Instagram, like the small businesses, like my boy here. Let me see. I'll show you guys right here. My boy Sergio right here. I give him props. He got me through certain things when I met with him. These YouTubers right here, DDE, Daily Driven Exotics, one of my favorite car channels to watch. And then one other person that got me through going through some things, and I always like open up my phone and I see their things, and once I like those are like just the few or the some. I have multiple aspects like I could rely on, like as to setback. Like, wait, what am I doing with life? You know, finding out things and finding out the wrong things is a good thing, because if you don't take the step, um, if you don't take the step of risking it, you're already failing it, and you ain't failing without taking the risk. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like me taking my foot in onto a basketball court, going against guys that are 6'3", 6'4", 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? All sizes, all heights, all weights. And still dominate. Do what I gotta do as a player, as a shooter, as a dunker, as a layup person, whatever. And it seemed like I sound like I don't talk about sports, but I do play sports. I play basketball, and stay tuned for basketball content. I'm gonna start filming basketball content best as I can. I might film it on my phone, most likely on my phone, so y'all get a better quality, better view, or whatever. Um, but I would like to give shout outs to certain peoples in my life that I have met, and I have not made a mistake of what they have done. Because what I like to do is I like to give a shout out to certain people, like my boy Manny that I worked with at Best Buy. Um, my boy in Walmart that I used to work with. His name was, what was his name? I forgot. Um, Give me 1 second. I'll give you guys his name. Oh, my boy Alex. He was a team lead at Walmart. Um, and then the other team lead that I used to have, his name was. It was like some heavy set dude, but he would like hear out my story. Like he understood me, because I was trying to play basketball while I was working. So I told him, "Hey, I'm gonna give you my 2 weeks, and I'm gonna go play basketball for school." And then from there, I didn't work for a while because then I played football. Then I got back into working into Walmart again then I worked at Walmart for a while. Then I got fired from there. I got fired from there because I guess I went on vacation and without letting them know. And apparently I had 5.5 points, which point systems are stupid. Everybody could say it. Everybody could agree with me or not agree with me. But point systems at work while working are dumb. Is because that if you think about it, it's because that I was going for my 19th birthday, I believe, to Hawaii, and we went to Hawaii, came back, and ain't nothing to do. And I came home to a termination paper to my doorstep when I got home, and I was like, "Damn, they really fired me." And for what reason? Is because I had 5.5 points and I went on vacation. But I told them in 2 months I was going, and that's like the crazy part. Only reason I'm making this video is because like it's just like where I have been in life, and I already said what I've been doing in the beginning of this video, and the shout outs I just did right now, and there's a couple other people I would like to give a shout out to, but I would like to get their permission to put their name out there. And then the Instagram people that I put out there, I gave them a big shout out because watching them, it makes my day a lot better. Because especially for me being a car person, and I have got into an accident before. I'm gonna see if I can try to find the photo for y'all. I have got into an accident with my car years ago. It was years ago. I got into an accident because I was 17 at the time. My dad was like, "Oh, don't go to, don't if anything happens, don't even call me." I was like, "Damn, okay." That's how they felt. And shout out to my boy Richard, that is my neighbor. Um, he at least him and his father stopped for me, and that was the little group I was rolling out with. You know, they checked up on me. You know, I gave them much appreciation for what they have done. It helped out and stuff like that. Let's see, I'm almost there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So for y'all that who does not know, I had a 2015 WRX automatic, and I ended up getting into an accident. So I was driving to a car meet. It was like a Cars and Coffee at nighttime because they parked at a Dutch Bros parking lot. So they were like Dutch Bros in cars or something like that. And they put. Come on, I know I have the photo here somewhere. Um, so prior than that, this was the group I was hanging out with right here. My boy, Dodge, my neighbor, my boy Richard's car, and his dad's GTI, and then my Subaru in the back. Um, so from that, this is what I was driving right here. A little clean car. I loved it. I loved it. Um, but after that, that same night, I went to a car meet, and this is crazy to show, but here we go. This is what I got hit. I got into an accident with that. That was my Subaru. This is what I got hit by. A truck. Only thing that broke was the metal bumper and the radiator on the truck. And then I probably bent it. Alright, sorry about that. The camera has cut it off. But yeah, talking about like my Subaru part, getting into an accident and stuff. But after that, like I felt like people looked at me differently. And then when I tell people about my story, like what I've been through out of high school, they'd be like, "Damn." Like at a young age, and then they would tell me like, "Oh, but a lot of high schoolers go through that." I'm like, I don't think so. It's hard to run into people, genuine people like me, like going through things like that. And but currently, like where I work at, I had I had this one guy. He does like the damages. He does like damage pallets and stuff like that. It's called OSND. That's a short way of whatever it means. Um, it's an older gentleman, and I give him props because he's like, man, every time I see you, you got that smile on your face. I'm like, thank you, sir. You know what I mean? It's because it gets me through the day. Like, you know, it makes me like when I see the person, he's like, man, after I met you, you know, he told me he's like, after I met you, it gets me happy because he's like, Unc always will be here to hear your problems because everybody calls him Unc, or his name is Mark, but everybody calls him Unc or Uncle. You know what I'm saying? Because he's an older cat. He knows what he's doing. He's been there for with the company for a while. You know. But like I said, knowing your worth in places where you gotta be, and you can make a career out of what you're doing right now. Like if I want to leave the warehouse job and continue YouTube, if I'm knowing mentally that I'm gonna get paid from this one video, like you know, that's what you gotta know. I mean, a lot of people, it's gonna take a while, and once you start growing, you're gonna become something. Like me in the future, like I'm thinking to try to build something, make something, be successful in life. Well, not to be crazy successful, but being successful like in a way that people could understand you. They'd be like, okay, he wasn't a person to mess around with back in the high school, back in elementary. People will think like I feel like the people that have been successful is the people that have been getting bullied in life. And only reason I say that is because I know a person that has gotten bullied in life, went to the army, came back out, built his business, and now he's making money and he's driving Lamborghinis or Ferraris or Bugattis to work. Like, I'm not gonna say his name, but I give props to certain people. And then, like I showed on Instagram about the Instagram people that, like Daily Driven Exotics, um, Throttle, Daily Driven Exotics, Adam LZ, Evan Shanks, all these car YouTubers, I give them props. Is because that it touched my heart what they would have to say at the end of the video. Like Evan Shanks, he would come down to the end of the video sometimes with a little meltdown music, but it's just because it's what he has been through. A lot of people start filming videos is because they want to put themselves out there. They know that they're not weak. They know they have something they could do with life. Life is something better than doing dumb things to yourself. And stupidity becomes stupid out of the whole life is like knowing what you gotta do, knowing where you have belong after a while. Like if you come out of high school and start building a family right away, or there's a handful of people that I know and that have kids till this day, or pregnant throughout high school, and they're having multiple kids now. But I give certain people props because they could do it. They held it down together, and they got together. Either one, they have gotten married. Two, they have went to the military with the family to move with them. This guy that I used to get haircuts by, his girl was pregnant in high school. I was like, damn, already? And then there was a couple other cats that I know. They had kids already in high school. I was like, wow, you already have a baby in high school and you can't even go to school to complete your degree just to get a diploma. That's all it is, just to get a diploma. Couldn't wait your senior year, you know what I'm saying? And then nowadays, like, I see my friends or some other like female. I'm not. It sounds like I'm wrapping my head around them, like to try to get their attention. No, it's because that I look at them like, damn, you're young. Like you in your early 20s and you already want to have kids. I feel like most people that have kids early are like 25 and above. Like I would say that's the right time to have kids. Start young, travel. But I feel like for me, I'm single, so I'm gonna travel the world. Of course, I want to travel. Like last year, I went to Mexico for my 21st. Now this year, I'm thinking either I stay home, travel by myself, go with friends, go with family. Either or. And I'm probably gonna just travel by myself and go meet up with some friends down in LA. Um, you know, or go hang out, see what I could get into. Because by I'm 20, I'm about to be 22 in a couple of months. So I'm trying to move out of here and do something with my life, pay my own bills, right now all I'm doing is paying for my car and insurance. That's it. I mean, what else I could really do to take off some type of bill off of my parents' hands so they don't have to pay for it. And I'm just waiting to become full-time with this warehouse job. The one that I posted a video maybe like a couple days ago to see where I'm at. I could become or understand or become or knowing to become like a supervisor. If I know if I'm going to become a supervisor or a team lead at the end of the day, and I'm gonna get paid extra for it, I will do it. Um, there is what you call like Walmart. The incident I said I got fired from. I got fired from Walmart because I went on vacation. Really vacation. The dumbest thing. They always want the minors to slave, and then there would be some of the kids or some of the women or men. I don't even see men going on vacation to Walmart, but I see most of the women that go on vacation. And I'm like, damn, you go to vacation like every 2, 3 months and you're barely working hours. So when I had this weird schedule where I was working sometimes 6 days and I would have 4 days off, 3 days off, they'd be like, damn, they gave you this much off. I'm like, yeah, because I work. I don't take vacation every 4 months out of the whole year. There was this one girl that would be taking vacation. Like they would go to Disneyland. She would go to Disneyland. She would go to like Mexico. She would go to like New York, stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I don't even take that much vacation. Where are you getting all this money from? Why no Walmart don't pay you that much? When I was working there at 17 years old, making only what $17 now. Now I before I got fired, I was making like damn near $20. I was like, damn, I should have just stayed. And then they just remodeled after I got fired, and that's the crazy part. But anyways, um, that is it for what I have to talk about. And let's just think about the 3 or the 4 things I'm about to say right now, which is where you at in life, how can you be successful, take the risk, knowing your worth. Anyways, think about that, and you guys have a good day. Peace.